When you combine belief, expectation, and readiness to act, you position yourself to receive divine blessings that go beyond your imagination. Finally, remember that the power of short prayers lies not just in asking, but in believing you already have. Speak words of faith with the confidence of one who knows the answer is already yours. Your brief prayer is like a spark. It ignites the fire of God's provision, sets in motion divine resources, and aligns your life with His abundance. No longer are you dependent on lengthy rituals or endless repetitions. You are now empowered to pray effectively, to focus intentionally, and to see results manifest because your faith is alive, dynamic, and concentrated. When you embrace short, focused prayers with intensity and unwavering belief, you step into a life of supernatural momentum. Every word you speak carries weight. Every declaration plants seeds of abundance. Every act of faith activates heaven's resources. This is the hidden power Dr. David Yonggi Cho revealed. The power to transform your life, to move mountains, and to experience breakthroughs that defy human expectations. You don't need more time, you need more faith. Concentrate it, declare it, believe it, and watch God respond in ways that leave you amazed. Your words build your world. Every word you speak carries power, whether you realize it or not. When you pray, even for just a short moment, your words are seeds planted into the spiritual realm, and what you declare with faith has the ability to manifest into your physical reality. In short prayers, it is essential to declare exactly what you desire and to speak it with conviction and clarity. Ambiguity weakens the power of your prayer, but when your words are clear, precise, and intentional, you align yourself with divine resources that are waiting to be released into your life. Say it boldly. I receive abundance. I am blessed beyond measure. Prosperity flows to me in every area of my life. These declarations are not mere wishes, they are acts of faith. They tell your spirit, your mind, and the universe that you are ready to receive, that you are prepared to operate in alignment with God's blessings. Clarity is a magnet for manifestation. When you know exactly what you want and articulate it in prayer, the heavens respond with precision. God does not bless confusion. He blesses faith that is focused and confident. Your vision must be vivid, and your words must reflect that vision without hesitation. Imagine speaking your dreams into existence with the certainty that they are already on their way. Short, focused prayers allow you to concentrate your energy and intention into a powerful declaration that has the ability to shift circumstances. Every time you declare your vision with faith, you are opening doors that were previously hidden, inviting opportunities and solutions to come to you, often in ways you could not have anticipated. The power of your words is magnified when accompanied by belief. Dr. David Yonggi Cho often emphasized that faith activates the promise of God. It is not the length of your prayer or the eloquence of your speech that matters, but the intensity of your conviction. Even a prayer lasting a minute or less can carry immense weight if every word is spoken with unwavering trust. The universe responds to repetition, coupled with faith. And God honors the persistent heart that continues to speak with clarity and conviction. Finally, remember that your words are not just about asking, they are about declaring what is already true in the Spirit. Speak your vision with authority and confidence. Let your prayers be precise, vivid, and heartfelt. Whether your prayer lasts 30 seconds or a few minutes, the key is intensity and faith. Speak it as if it has already happened, and watch as divine forces orchestrate circumstances to align with your declarations. Your words truly do build your world, and short, focused prayers have the power to transform your life, opening doors to abundance, favor, and blessings beyond measure. Begin and end every short prayer with heartfelt gratitude. Gratitude is not just a polite gesture. It is the key that unlocks the doors to divine abundance. When you speak words of thanks to God even before your situation changes, you are sending a powerful signal to the universe that you trust the source. They will erode obstacles, open doors that seemed permanently closed, and carve paths where none existed before. Remember, your breakthrough is not a matter of chance. It is a matter of consistency. The universe, heaven, and the divine respond to persistent faith. Keep the habit, nurture it daily, and watch your life transform steadily yet powerfully. Every short prayer is a spark, and together, those sparks ignite the fire of miracles, blessings, and abundance in your life. This is the hidden power of consistent, focused prayer. Never underestimate the hidden power of brief, intentional prayers. Each word, each moment of faith is a seed that can grow into unimaginable blessings. Start today. Pray with focus, expect miracles, and step boldly into the life of abundance that God has prepared for you. Stop scrolling. What if I told you that just 60 seconds of focused prayer could open doors to wealth, peace, and unexpected blessings in your life? You don't need hours of meditation or complicated rituals. What matters is precision, faith, and the power of your words. Short, focused prayers carry hidden power. In moments of sincere, concentrated faith, you can align yourself with divine abundance. Every word you speak in faith acts as a seed planted in heaven. Today, I'll reveal 6 transformative ways these brief, intentional prayers can shift your life and unlock blessings you never imagined. It's not the length of your prayer, but the intensity of your faith that determines the results you will see in your life. Many people believe that spending hours in prayer is the only way to experience breakthroughs, but the truth is far more powerful. A single word spoken with unwavering belief can move mountains. Dr. David Yonggi Cho taught that faith, concentrated and directed, carries a supernatural force that transcends time and circumstances. When you pray with focus, even for just a minute, you are compressing hours of faith into that moment, creating explosive spiritual momentum that heaven responds to immediately. Every word, every declaration becomes a seed planted in the soil of the Spirit, and when spoken with full confidence, it cannot fail to bear fruit. Think about the moments in your life when you were desperate, yet you whispered a simple prayer from the depths of your heart. Perhaps it was a word of hope, a request for guidance, or a declaration of faith. That moment, brief as it may have been, often carries more power than an hour-long prayer said without conviction. Why? Because God honors faith, not length. God honors belief, not busyness. It is the intensity of your faith. The certainty that what you are asking for is already yours in the spiritual realm that activates divine intervention. Each focused prayer becomes a spiritual transaction. You give God your trust and He releases supernatural resources in response. When you learn to harness the power of short, focused prayers, you begin to see that timing is not a barrier and limitations are illusions. You don't have to wait for the perfect conditions, the perfect setting, or the perfect moment to pray. Faith works immediately. You can speak a word of faith anywhere, anytime, and it will start the wheels of divine provision turning. Imagine compressing hours of spiritual effort into just moments every day, knowing that God responds not to the length of your speech, but to the depth of your belief. This is how ordinary people experience extraordinary breakthroughs. This is how lives are transformed. Dr. Cho often emphasized that faith is not passive, it is active, dynamic, and persistent. Even in short prayers, your faith is activated when your heart aligns with your words. Do not underestimate the power of your spoken declaration. Say, I am blessed, I am provided for, I am receiving God's abundance now, and speak it with every ounce of conviction in your being. That single word, that short, focused sentence carries more authority in the spiritual realm than hours of distracted prayer. The principle is simple. Faith concentrates power, and concentrated power accomplishes results. Consistency amplifies the impact of short prayers. When you make focused prayer a daily habit, even if only for a minute or two, you are building a spiritual momentum that cannot be stopped. Think of it as spiritual compounding. Just as small deposits in a bank grow into a fortune over time, small, faithful prayers compound into blessings that multiply in ways you never imagined. Each prayer strengthens your faith, fortifies your spirit, and positions you to recognize and receive opportunities that align with God's promises. You become a magnet for miracles because your life vibrates with the energy of unwavering belief. Faith over time also means trusting God's timing while speaking with authority in the present. Short, focused prayers teach you to be patient yet persistent, to remain expectant even when the answer is not immediate. Dr. Cho often shared that breakthroughs come when faith meets action. Your prayers, spoken with intensity, create openings in the spiritual realm, but God also moves circumstances in the natural realm to match your faith. As you pray, envision your life as if the blessing has already arrived. Feel the emotions of gratitude, joy, and relief as though your prayer has been answered. This is the key to transforming your declarations into reality. The Spirit responds to belief, and when your heart is aligned with your words, divine forces are activated to fulfill your request. Focused declarations also help you overcome doubt. When you speak clearly and consistently, you are training your mind to see possibilities instead of limitations. Every time you repeat affirmations such as "I am financially secure," "Abundance flows effortlessly into my life," or "I am a magnet for divine favor," you reinforce a mental and spiritual pattern of expectation. Doubt loses its power because your words constantly remind both your conscious and subconscious mind that you are already positioned for success. Short, frequent prayers serve as anchors, keeping your focus on the vision rather than distractions or setbacks. They remind you that your current circumstances do not define your destiny. Your faith-filled words do. Another essential aspect of speaking your vision in prayer is the element of gratitude. When you declare your desires, accompany them with thanksgiving. For instance, you can say, "I receive abundance, and I thank you, Lord, for providing it," or "I am blessed beyond measure, and I am grateful for the doors you are opening for me." Gratitude signals trust and readiness. It communicates to the spiritual realm that you are not merely asking, you are aligning yourself with the blessing as though it is already yours. Gratitude amplifies the effectiveness of your words, creating a resonance that draws resources and opportunities closer to you. Consistency is key. Just as seeds must be watered and nurtured over time, the words you speak must be repeated with faith. Short, focused prayers said daily or multiple times throughout the day compound their spiritual impact. Each declaration strengthens your vision and reinforces your alignment with divine abundance. Over time, these words carve a path in your life that leads to the manifestation of your desires. You are declaring, in the purest sense, that you believe what you are asking for is already on its way. This simple yet profound act of thanksgiving transforms your prayer from mere words into a magnetic force that attracts miracles. Think about it. When you approach life with a heart full of gratitude, everything around you begins to shift. Your mind, your energy, your actions, and even the opportunities that present themselves start to align with what you desire. Gratitude is the catalyst that turns potential into reality. Many people make the mistake of waiting until after the breakthrough to express thanks. They say, "I will be grateful when I get that job, when I have that promotion, when my finances increase." But the truth is, the moment you express gratitude, before you see the manifestation, is when the real power begins to flow. It is the very act of trusting God in advance that positions you for greater favor. When you thank Him for what you have yet to receive, you are not just being hopeful, you are exercising faith in its purest form. Faith, after all, is believing in the unseen and declaring it with confidence. Gratitude is faith in action, and it carries a vibrational frequency that draws blessings like a magnet draws metal. When you pray with gratitude, you are also changing your internal environment. Your mind stops dwelling on lack, scarcity, and limitation. Instead, it becomes a fertile ground where seeds of abundance can grow. Your heart opens to receive, and your spirit rises above doubt and fear. This shift is critical because God's abundance cannot enter a heart consumed by anxiety or disbelief. Short, focused prayers that begin and end with gratitude are concentrated injections of spiritual energy that cleanse your soul, sharpen your focus, and align you with the flow of divine provision. In these moments, even if your circumstances appear stagnant or difficult, you are planting seeds in the spiritual realm that will bear fruit in the physical world. Gratitude also deepens your relationship with God. When you consistently acknowledge His goodness and faithfulness, you cultivate a personal intimacy that goes beyond routine prayer. You are telling Him, I trust you. I believe in your timing. I recognize your hand in my life. This relationship becomes a conduit for continual blessings. As Dr. David Yonggi Cho often emphasizes, the measure of blessing you receive is directly linked to the measure of trust and thanksgiving you demonstrate. Your grateful heart acts as a signal to heaven, inviting a supernatural overflow that cannot be confined to ordinary limits. Every thank you, Lord, spoken in sincerity, reverberates in the spiritual realm, opening doors, providing favor, and multiplying resources in ways you may never anticipate. The beauty of gratitude is that it is simple and accessible. You don't need eloquent speeches, hours of ritual, or perfect conditions. Even a brief, heartfelt expression of thanks can ignite immense spiritual power. Picture yourself taking just a minute to pray with deep gratitude in the morning or before bed. Within that short time, you have already set in motion forces that can shift your day, your finances, your relationships, and your opportunities. By beginning your prayer with thanks, you set the tone for faith and expectation. By ending with thanks, you close the prayer with confidence, knowing that what you asked for is already on its way. Remember, gratitude is contagious. As you live with a heart of thanksgiving, your attitude influences your actions, your choices, and even the people around you. You will notice doors opening, ideas flowing, and synchronicities occurring that you once might have dismissed as coincidence. These are the natural results of a grateful heart operating in alignment with divine abundance. Short, focused prayers infused with gratitude are not only powerful, they are transformative. They shift your reality, awaken faith, and create momentum toward the life of overflowing blessings that God intends for you. So, commit today to start every prayer with a heart full of thanks and to end it the same way. Speak your gratitude aloud, feel it deeply, and trust that the unseen is already working on your behalf. With every prayer rooted in gratitude, you are not merely asking, you are receiving. You are not merely hoping, you are manifesting. And you are not merely believing, you are stepping into a life where miracles flow, abundance multiplies, and every day becomes an opportunity to witness the power of a thankful heart. A focused prayer does more than just speak words. It transforms the very core of your being. When you pray with intention, even for just 60 seconds, something extraordinary begins to happen. Your heart, mind, and spirit start moving in perfect alignment with God's abundance. This is not a vague idea. It is a principle taught by Dr. David Yonggi Cho, a spiritual giant who understood that true prosperity begins in the invisible realm. Many people pray for blessings, for wealth, for opportunity, but their prayers remain disconnected from their inner state. Their thoughts may be scattered, their emotions tangled with doubt, and their spirit not fully engaged. The power of a focused, concise prayer is that it cuts through all of that noise. It creates a moment where your entire being is tuned like a musical instrument, ready to resonate with the frequency of divine favor. Even a 60-second prayer can do what hours of casual praying cannot. In that brief moment, your mind can release limiting beliefs that have held you back for years. You may have been conditioned to think, I am not enough, I will never have enough, or this is impossible for me. These thoughts are barriers, invisible walls that block the flow of God's blessings. But a focused prayer, spoken with faith and clarity, begins to dismantle those walls. It rewires your mind. Every word you speak with intention becomes a seed planted in your consciousness, a seed that grows into confidence, clarity, and courage. When your mind and spirit are aligned, opportunities begin to appear almost magically. You start noticing possibilities that were invisible before. Doors open in ways that make no sense logically, but make perfect sense spiritually. This is the power Dr. Cho always emphasized. Spiritual alignment multiplies earthly results. It is not just about thinking positively or hoping for good things. It is about entering a state of harmony with God's purpose. When your heart is grateful, your mind is focused, and your spirit is trusting, the universe, or more accurately, divine providence, works in your favor. It's important to understand that alignment is not just about asking God for things. Alignment is about preparing yourself to receive what He is ready to give. Many people pray for miracles, for financial increase, for success, yet they remain unprepared inside. They are still carrying fear, self-doubt, and distraction. Focused prayer acts like a spiritual reset. It clears your inner space, making room for abundance to enter. It trains you to speak and think in agreement with God's promises rather than the limitations of the world. This alignment also strengthens your decision-making. When your heart, mind, and spirit are in sync, you become more sensitive to guidance and intuition. You start recognizing the steps you need to take, the people you need to meet, and the opportunities that align with your purpose. What used to feel like random luck begins to feel like a carefully orchestrated divine plan. Your actions become purposeful, and your prayers amplify the results. It is not magic, it is spiritual law. Consistency is key. While a single 60-second prayer can create a breakthrough, repeated focused prayers compound the effect. Like a river carving through rock, repeated moments of alignment reshape your mindset and your life. Over time, you begin to live in a state where abundance is the natural flow, where your thoughts, emotions, and spirit consistently attract blessings rather than repel them. Dr. Cho taught that faith is like a muscle. The more you exercise it through focused, aligned prayer, the stronger and more effective it becomes. Remember, alignment is not a passive state. It requires intentionality. You must focus your thoughts, speak words of faith, and direct your spirit toward God's promises. This is why short, powerful prayers are so effective. They are precise, concentrated, and full of energy. They train you to release distraction and doubt, to speak boldly and believe deeply. When practiced daily, these moments of alignment transform not just your circumstances, but the very essence of who you are. So, begin today. Take a moment, even 60 seconds, and focus entirely on connecting your heart, mind, and spirit with God's abundance. Speak your faith, release your fears, and prepare to receive. The invisible world is already moving in your favor, but alignment allows you to enter that flow. Your mindset becomes fertile soil, your spirit becomes a magnet for blessings, and your life becomes a living testimony of divine favor. Dr. Cho's secret was simple yet profound. When you align yourself with God, abundance follows naturally. Let your focused prayer be the bridge between your present reality and the extraordinary life God has prepared for you. Short prayers, when repeated daily, are far more powerful than we often realize. They may seem small, insignificant, or even trivial at first glance, but let me assure you, these tiny moments of focused faith carry a force that multiplies beyond what the eye can see, like drops of water steadily carving stone. Each prayer, each word spoken with intention, slowly but surely shapes your reality. It is the consistent, faithful moments, rather than occasional bursts of effort, that bring about real breakthroughs. Think of the life you desire, the financial abundance, the peace of mind, the favor and opportunities that seem just out of reach. None of these come by accident. They are cultivated through daily acts of faith, through persistent, focused dialogue with God. Consistency in prayer is not merely a ritual, it is a declaration of your trust in the divine process. Every day when you commit even a minute to lift your voice, your heart, and your desires before God, you are planting seeds in fertile soil. Some days may feel dry. You may not sense any immediate results, and that is precisely when your faith is being tested and strengthened. Just as a farmer waters his crops daily, not knowing the exact day of the harvest, your faithful prayers prepare the ground for your blessings to grow. The breakthrough is inevitable, but only if you do not waver. Only if you continue to pour your faith into each moment. No matter how small, there is incredible power in repetition. Every time you offer a short, focused prayer, you are reinforcing your belief in the abundance that God has promised you. Each prayer acts as a building block, a step on a spiritual ladder that elevates you closer to your destiny. You are not just asking for change, you are aligning yourself with it. Your heart, mind, and spirit are tuned to the frequency of blessings, and with every daily prayer, that alignment becomes stronger, sharper, and more precise. The miracles you seek are already on their way. But consistent prayer ensures that you are ready to receive them when they arrive. Many people falter because they wait for a dramatic, overwhelming spiritual experience. They expect a sudden, spectacular answer and grow discouraged when one does not appear. But Dr. David Yonggi Cho taught that faith is not measured by the size of your prayers or the grandeur of your gestures. It is measured by persistence. Faith is measured by the ability to continue speaking, trusting, and believing even when nothing visible has yet changed. That is why short daily prayers are so potent. They are the embodiment of unwavering trust. They demonstrate to God and to your own spirit that you are serious about your growth, serious about your alignment with divine abundance. The beauty of consistent short prayers is that they cultivate not just spiritual breakthroughs, but personal transformation. With every focused prayer, you are developing patience, discipline, and resilience. You are training your mind to concentrate on what truly matters, to reject distraction, and to nurture a positive, expectant mindset. Each day, as you faithfully offer your prayers, you are reinforcing the habit of looking upward rather than outward, of seeking divine solutions rather than relying solely on human effort. Over time, these habits compound, creating a life that is naturally aligned with favor, opportunity, and abundance. Do not underestimate the simplicity of this practice. You do not need elaborate rituals, hours of time, or perfect words. What you need is faith, clarity, and commitment. Speak with conviction, pray with expectation, and repeat this process every day. Like the drops of water that persistently strike the rock, your prayers may seem small, but their cumulative effect is unstoppable.